All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say in the crypto world, this rocket ship has left the building. For those of you just joining, guys, my name is Max Garza III. I'll be your host and presenter today for this BlockSafe Ambassador Program 2019. Guys, thank you very much for all your hard work, your time, your blood, sweat, and tears. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be successful in this blockchain atmosphere, because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to stop Bitcoin, but what they forget is that blockchain is what's driving this adoption, right? Because without blockchain, Bitcoin wouldn't be here, because you need an open public ledger that has transparency, security, efficiency, and it makes everything way cheaper for people around the world, right? Everything from banking to remittance, sending money all over the world, financial instruments, real estate, even investing in movies, guys. That's right. Blockchain is going to change the way many verticals are able to do business and commerce globally. And some of you have even been asking about, obviously there's countries right now, such as Russia with the crypto ruble, India with the crypto rupee, and then there's even talks of China doing a Fed coin, the United States doing a Fed coin, and just a few days ago, Iran is looking to back a digital token with gold. So as you can see, our world is getting a lot bigger, right? The blockchain world is getting a lot bigger, but this all started with Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, in 2008, when many of us read that white paper, we didn't really understand what blockchain technology was going to do, because cryptocurrencies have been around since the 80s, but they could never, ever, ever solve what's called the Byzantine problem, the double spend problem. So let's say Sharon had 20 bucks, right, and she wanted to send it to Carol. Well, back then with cryptocurrency, there was no way of making sure that Sharon didn't send that $20 to Carol, to Annette, to Max, to Major, to Rick, and so on and so forth. The thing about that, guys, is now with this blockchain technology that we have, that started in 2009, obviously they have been able to give us the infrastructure to be able to see every transaction on this open public ledger. So the beautiful thing about that is now politicians, they're obviously fighting blockchain, because imagine being able to see every singular payment within a political structure, right? So there's no more hiding. There's no more hiding payoffs, right? Because remember, with cash, with let's say a dollar, or a pound, or a sterling, or a ruble, or a peso, right? You can't really track that. I mean, there's no way to track fiat money, because at the end of the day, if I gave you $100 cash, there's no way of saying, hey, I just received $100 cash. You could spend that at a store. There's really no way to track that. Whereas in a blockchain, every singular transaction is tracked, right? Every singular block, once it settles, all the transactions are in there, and so the transparency is phenomenal. And so that's why I always tell people, all these people are fighting over Bitcoin, but they're failing to see the big picture. They're failing to see that the second internet, this new wave called the Internet of Money, is hitting us at a massive time in our lifetime right now, because you get to see things like this. Everything goes in cycles, right? When I was younger, many of us got to see the first internet, which they call the Internet of Money, or sorry, the Internet of Information. Because what happened back then was we had what? Email. We started doing mobile banking. AOL. Who remembers AOL chat, right? AOL was real big when I was in school back in the day. Everybody had those free AOL discs around the world, right? There was all these chat rooms all over the place, but that first internet was more about information, right? We had a .com boom. For those of you that remember and reminisce about AOL, but blockchain and digital currency is that second wave, that second internet, and that's what we call the Internet of Money, because now everybody is starting to tokenize everything, right, guys? Even you're going to start seeing professional, soccer teams, football, you name it, any kind of professional sport. They're starting to look at tokenizing much of their influence around the world, and that's pretty powerful if you think about it, because as more and more wallets are being created, guess what happens? Then we have more and more clients with BlockSafe. This is why your ambassador program, as you build it and build it and build it, sooner or later people will be like, hey, Sharon, hey, Carol, hey, Major, how do I protect my crypto? Because I started a wallet, I've got some Tron in there, I've got some Sia coins, some Golem, some T-Fuel, some BSafe tokens. How do I protect it, right? And one of the things that I want everybody to understand about wallets, guys, is if you own your private keys, meaning if you have full access to your wallet, that's an actual crypto wallet. The problem with too many people is they think that if they log into a website and a company is holding their funds, that that's a crypto wallet, which it's not. That could be a centralized company, that could be an exchange. A wallet where you hold your keys is like a ledger, a Trezor, a Nano, right? My Ether wallet, Trust wallet, Atomic wallet. Something where you have total control of your private keys. So don't forget. So for those people that are trying to tell you that this company is a crypto company, but yet you don't have a wallet like a My Ether wallet where you control everything, where you can send and receive digital currency, ERC20 tokens, right? 221 tokens, Bitcoin, etc. Uh, don't now you do have to protect access to those centralized servers because those are even more susceptible to hacking. But don't forget that if you don't control your private keys, if you're not writing your seed phrase, like that way, if you lose access to your account, you can get your crypto back. Then that company could literally pick up and leave with all your money, with all your value, I should say, because a lot of times I've been getting asked about all these companies lately where you put money into a wallet, but you have to log into their servers, right? So I always tell them, guys, you do have to protect that login, just like you have to protect a login into a bank, into a financial company, like you've got a Vanguard account, Edward Jones account, Chase Manhattan account, et cetera, et cetera. You have to protect those logins, but if you are literally logging into a company, just like many of these exchanges, right? If they get hacked, guess what happens? Many people lose their money, especially if they're not insured. Now, one of the things I want to go over today is obviously many of you have been asking about what's going on, with cryptocurrency lately, because obviously everybody saw Bitcoin had a big retracement. And remember, on maybe a few weeks ago, we're when Bitcoin ran up to almost 14,000, and people were asking, "Hey, should I buy? Should I do this?" And it's like I tell people, you have to do your own due diligence. But when we do technical analysis, we told people, and we've been posting on Facebook, right? That wasn't a good bull run because there was no true support, right? It was just running because of institutional pressure. And sure enough, right, all of a sudden it started crashing down, coming back down, retracing because we never really tested like the 21-week moving average, right? It just literally kept going up and up and up. And I tell y'all all the time, guys, this is not the matrix, right? If something just continues to go up, it just literally goes parabolic all the way up, guess what? It's got to come down. And that's everything, guys. That's Forex, that's precious metals, that's real estate, and especially cryptocurrency, because at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is very, very volatile. So the reason why I want you to get very educated is so that you don't fall into these traps of trying to buy when the market is just absolutely skyrocketing, right? Because you know that ebb and flow. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up and go down. But just some advice, right? And it's my professional opinion that never ever ever buy something when it's absolutely running, because you know that sooner or later it's going to dump. And let me just go over this market cap with you today, because what I want you to realize is exactly what we talked about a few weeks ago happened, right? And so for those of you that did your own due diligence, right? Because we always tell you we're not giving you trade advice, we're just offering to give you some knowledge so that you can go and obviously do what's best for your family. But the knowledge that you're gaining will allow you to make better decisions, right? So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, on your screen, it says coin market cap right now. Around the world, there's 2,332 digital currencies being bought and sold every single day on 19,418 marketplaces. Now, the market cap had shot up to about $340 billion, but right now, as you can tell, we've had a sharp retracement to 269 billion. It's 269 billion, 947 million, 350,000, 680 bucks. Ouch, right? That's a pretty good retracement. The 24-hour volume is still pretty strong, 87 billion over 24 hours, but the Bitcoin dominance is 65.5%, meaning that Bitcoin is absolutely dominating the marketplace right now because of that massive run that it had. So if we look at just the top 10 of the 100 cryptocurrencies by market cap, Bitcoin is the granddaddy of it all. It's what got it all started for us. Way back in 2008, guys, it's got a market cap of 176 billion. Right now, it's sitting at $9,923.61. This morning, it was at 9,400 bucks. like 93.50 on Binance. So it's made a good run back, but we know that obviously we have to test the support levels. If not, we're probably going to run back down to about 8,500, 7,900, because those are levels of support that Bitcoin has had for a few weeks now. So obviously, for many people that didn't want to buy at 13,000, guess what? You're getting the discount right now, 9,900, right? And obviously, if it was at 93, watch and see what happens with the resistance, because at the end of the day, if we break support and we can't, if we cannot break resistance and we fall back down and break through our support, then guess what? We're going to go lower, 8,500, 7,900, etc. Now, Ethereum comes in at number 2 today at $23 billion market cap, $215.99 per Ether token. Now, obviously, it made a run over $300, and again, it's a retrace. Everything follows Bitcoin right now, guys, because remember, we are still in our infancy when it comes to cryptocurrency. At number 3, we've got a Ripple with their XRP token, 13 billion in market cap, 31 cents per XRP token. At number 4, my boy Charlie Lee climbing up the All right, guys. So sorry, I had some technical difficulties with the audio. Can everybody hear me? I am now reconnected. Let me just make sure that Cheryl, Karen, Annette, Major, let me just get a heads up that everybody can hear. Can't hear you, Annette? Yes? Okay, Annette, you can hear me? Perfect. Awesome, Carol. Yeah, sorry, guys. I had a little bit of audio trouble there, but I am back. So now that everybody can hear, and can you still see the screen, guys? Everybody can still see the screen? Perfect. Awesome. Here we go. So if anybody has any trouble with the volume or audio, just let me know in the chat. But we will continue. So obviously we're talking about Litecoin. You know, obviously Litecoin has been climbing up the markets. It had gotten to about $140. Right now it's at $5.7 billion in market cap, $91.80 per LTC token. Bitcoin Cash, Roger Ver still kind of trying to get. There was something. I don't know if you read this, guys, but Vitalik Buterin from Ethereum was saying that they should be building on top of Bitcoin Cash protocol, which makes no sense at all unless Roger Ver gave a ton of money. Because why would you go against your protocol and say you should be building on another blockchain, which is really weird. But right now, that controversy, you know, he's got a lot of people with Ethereum just very heated about that. But right now, they're at $5.3 billion in market cap, $299.72 per Bitcoin Cash. Tether at $3.9 billion. Obviously, Tether is a trading token. It stays around 99 cents to the dollar. And then we got EOS at number 7, ladies and gentlemen, $3.7 billion market cap, $4.01 per EOS token. Binance Coin drops to number 8, $3 billion market cap, down to $27.60 per BNB token. At number 9, we got Bitcoin SV, $2.1 billion.
122.78 for Bitcoin SV token. Obviously, Craig Wright, Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto, as he claims, has been losing a lot of market share over the past couple of weeks. And to round up the top 10 today, guys, we got Stellar coming in at 1.6 billion in market cap, 8.3 cents per XLM token. And that is your cryptocurrency roundup for today, July 17th, 2019. Now, many of you guys, what I want to talk about today is the importance of, BlockSafe technology. The reason why I want you to realize how important this is because every single day, basically, almost around the world, if you will, whether a bank is getting hacked, a centralized bank, right, a centralized crypto exchange, or wallets, right, there's all kinds of cybersecurity threats just, around the corner. And the reason why this is important for you is, we're going to talk today about a hacked crypto exchange, Bitpoint. So Bitpoint discovered that, initially they thought that they had only lost a few $1 million, but it started really digging deeper. They found out that there's way more money missing than they thought. So check this out. It says, in a follow-up post published on Tuesday, Bitpoint confirmed the stolen crypto assets included 1,225 Bitcoin, 1,985 Bitcoin Cash, 11,169 Ether, and 5,108 Litecoin. So guys, ultimately what happened is they're a centralized exchange, right? So when you're centralized, just like a bank, because banks get hacked almost every day, guys. Somebody's trying to penetrate banks all around the world. It says, after announcing a 30 million hack last week, Japan-based cryptocurrency exchange Bitpoint says it's discovered that another 2.3 million is missing. So imagine, guys, 32.3 million is missing. A report from Japan today on Monday said the extra losses were discovered at exchanges outside Japan that were using Bitcoin's trading system and announced Sunday. So the firm announced Friday that it suffered a security breach, arising in the loss of around 3.2 billion yen, almost 30 million in cryptocurrencies. As a result, it halted all services, including trading, deposits, and withdrawals of all crypto assets. Now, the platform's parent company, RemixPoint Inc., said in an announcement soon after the breach that 23 million worth of the missing funds belonged to its customers. Yeesh, that's not good, right? The exchange offers trading in 5 cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, Litecoin, and XRP, Ripple, right? So as you can see, guys, literally, there's going to be hacks all around the world, right? And it says here, hack Bitcoin exchange to refund 50,000 affected users in crypto. Now, if we look at this article, because what I want to do is I just want you to get very educated on why the future is BlockSafe, right? So it talks about roundup of crypto exchange hacks so far in 2019. How can they be stopped? So check this out. Obviously, the hacker trying to get to that Bitcoin. Everybody wants Bitcoin, right? So it says this article is updated to reflect the BitTrue has now acknowledged the hack of its platform. Throughout the past 6 months, 7 crypto exchanges have reportedly seen large-scale hacking attacks to the tune of tens of millions of dollars, with the most recent platform to suffer a security breach being Gatehub. And guys, to tell you the truth, way back in the day, I bought a lot of Ripple on Gatehub, and I took it off and I put it on a hardware wallet. For those of you that are buying and selling crypto, make sure you get a hardware wallet. If you don't know what a hardware wallet is, I think we have a webinar on wallets that you need to look at in the BlockSafe Ambassador YouTube. Because at the end of the day, if it weren't for that, I would have lost, millions of Ripples, because if I would have left them on Gatehub, somebody would have taken them. And that's what you got to learn. You can't leave a lot of crypto on exchanges, because if you do, if they get hacked, then you don't know if you're going to get that back, right? And Gatehub has been around for a long time. But check this out. So exchanges hacked in the first 6 months of 2019. So you got Cryptopia in January, CoinMama in February, Dragon EX and BitHum in March. You got Binance in May, Gatehub and BitTrue. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. 7 exchanges in the first 6 months of 2019. That's crazy, guys. So it says, as the global crypto exchange market continues to see an increasing number of security breaches leading to the loss of user funds, investors may become reluctant to rely on centralized exchanges to store funds. Again, if you're buying and selling right, and then as you get as your orders hit, you take it off the exchange until you're ready to go again. That's what I would advise, guys, because at the end of the day, you have to keep your crypto somewhere safe, right? And hardware wallets or cold storage, because we use both, cold storage and hardware wallets, that's the safest way that you can protect your crypto. So it talks about BitTrue hack. The month of June was characterized by two unfortunate cryptocurrency thefts. On June 26, Singapore-based cryptocurrency exchange BitTrue has acknowledged the fact that it suffered a major attack in which 9.3 million XRP and 2.5 million ADA, worth around 5 million at the time, were stolen from the exchange's hot wallets. The statement read, "A hacker exploited a vulnerability in our risk control team's second review process to access the personal funds of about 90 BitTrue users." Damn, that's crazy. The exchange also clarified in the thread that all users who lost their digital assets would be compensated, while also apologizing for initially misleading their users by saying that the platform was down for maintenance. BitTrue also provided a link to track the movement of the stolen funds and also acknowledged that it reached out to Singaporean authorities in order to track down the culprits. You know, that's the beauty of blockchain, right? So they can put bots, they can look up IPs. I mean, just because they stole it doesn't mean they can't find it, just so everybody knows. Because you're not when people think that we are like invisible on a blockchain, we're not. Because remember, every transaction can be tracked. So it talks about Gatehub, 18,473 accounts affected. As reported by Cointelegraph on June 6th, the United Kingdom and Slovenia-based crypto exchange Gatehub reported the loss of nearly 10 million worth of XRP. Oh my gatos, that is crazy. In an update published on June 7th, the Gatehub team noted that an unidentified hacker used a sophisticated method to gain access to a database holding users' access tokens and steal their funds. In the aftermath, Gatehub said, through a well-orchestrated attack, the perpetrator gained access to a database holding valid access tokens of our customers. We detected an increased volume of API calls using those valid access tokens coming from a small number of IP addresses. The exchange told its users that it will cooperate with its internal response team, law enforcement agencies, third-party professional security and forensic teams, and investigative authorities to analyze the breach and to potentially find the individual or groups responsible for the breach. Now, insurance is just as important as security measures, right? Because that's why a lot of us right now are starting accounts on Coinbase because we know they're insured. So it says, over the years, despite the efforts of exchanges to ramp up security measures and improve internal management systems, hackers have been able to deploy more sophisticated and advanced technologies to gain unauthorized access into corporate wallets and user accounts. In some instances, as seen in the case of Binance's 40 million security breach, which, remember, guys, when it started running, that was more like 73 to 80 million, right? Because Bitcoin was almost doubling at that point when they got hacked in May. It is difficult even for the biggest crypto exchanges in the world with in-house security experts to prevent unexpected breaches. However, it is possible for exchanges to set up systems that allow for the speedy recovery of user funds. So it says, related reading, the Cryptopia nightmare drags on as liquidators struggle to reimburse hacked users. Ouch. Yeah, Cryptopia is taking forever to get people's crypto back. I actually had some orders on Cryptopia, guys, and I still have yet to find out how we're going to get our crypto back from that exchange. So believe me, nobody's immune, right? No matter what you do, if you're trading on different exchanges, and the reason why people trade on different exchanges is that way, you know, you're hedging your risk, right? You're putting, orders all around a bunch of different exchanges because you're hoping that not everybody gets us hacked at the same time. So it says, Binance, for instance, established a secure asset fund for users, the SAFU, in July 2018 to compensate users in the unlikely event of a hacking attack. Binance said in July 2018, starting from 7/14/2018, we will allocate 10%, of all trading fees received into SAFU to offer protection to our users and their funds in extreme cases. This fund will be stored in a separate cold wallet, which is very good. It's very good to have a fund specifically for insurance purposes, guys, and Binance does a really good job about that. Two types of wallets exist in crypto: hot wallets and cold wallets. Remember, guys, I was talking about cold storage, right? So cold wallets are part of that cold storage mechanism. But obviously, that's why I tell you all to look at hardware wallets, because a hot wallet is anything that's online 24/7. A hardware wallet is not online 24/7. So it acts more like a cold storage, right? Until you move your crypto off the hardware wallet. So hot wallets are wallets that are connected to the internet and that are easily accessible. Cold wallets are wallets stored offline and are used by major exchanges to securely store reserves of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Cold wallets cannot be hacked because they are not connected to the internet. And as such, exchanges hold the overwhelming majority of the reserves in cold wallets, which is very, very smart. Still, despite having advanced security measures in place, hot wallets can be vulnerable to attack, so it is ideal for an exchange to establish an insurance fund that is equivalent to the amount held in its hot wallet to prevent a security breach in the future affecting the exchange's operations. Such a practice does not prevent an exchange from suffering a hacking attack, but it minimizes the magnitude of the incident's impact on the exchange and facilities the recovery process to be more structured and apparent. The largest crypto exchanges in the global market, the likes of Binance, Coinbase, and Gemini, have either obtained insurance from third-party service providers or have internal insurance funds in place to compensate users should an unexpected incident arise. Coinbase, which we've been talking to everybody about, for example, notes that it maintains a reserve that is larger than its online storage with third-party insurance. The insurance document of Coinbase reads, Coinbase maintains commercial criminal insurance in an aggregate amount that is greater than the value of the digital currency we maintain in online storage. Our insurance policy is made available through a combination of third-party insurance underwriters and Coinbase, who is a co-insurer under the policy. So Gemini obtained the insurance services of Aon and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation in October 2018. And Yusuf Hussein, Gemini's head of risk, said at the time, consumers are looking for the same levels of insured protection they're used to being afforded by traditional financial institutions. Educating our insurers not only allows us to provide such protections to our customers, but it also sets the expectation for the consumer protection across the crypto industry. Guys, this is why I tell people about Coinbase and Gemini, right? Because at the end of the day, many of these, when you have Coinbase, Gemini, and Binance, they have internal insurances, and then they have third-party insurances, which is very, very good if you don't want to lose all your money, right? So communication between exchanges is crucial. Since hot wallets or online storage can be vulnerable to security breaches, it is of the utmost importance for exchanges to establish a line of communication with other platforms to trace and potentially freeze transactions when suspicious funds begin to move. According to the Gatehub team, some of the funds stolen in the 10 million security breach were sent to exchanges such as KuCoin, Huobi, and HitBTC, all of which have Know Your Customer KYC policies in place. Gatehub acknowledged this fact. The funds were sent to several exchanges, including freewallet.org, Changely, ChangeNow, KuCoin, Huobi, Exmo, HitBTC, Binance, Alpha Cashier, and others. We have already contacted each receipt exchange with the aim to freeze and retrieve all customer assets. That's awesome. If exchanges have an efficient system to communicate when unforeseen events occur, it becomes possible for them to immediately suspend wallets and receive the proceeds from a potential hacking attack, and swiftly begin recovering funds. In January 2018, South Korea's 4 largest crypto exchanges, Bithumb, Upbit, CoinOne, and Corebit, created a hotline for major exchanges to ensure suspicious transactions could be detected and frozen immediately after being disclosed. Transactions on public blockchain networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum are traceable due to the decentralized structure of the blockchain. Major exchanges are already working with analytics firms such as Chain Analysis to maintain a database of suspicious transactions and wallets. The presence of a hotline among major crypto exchanges in the global market would create a significantly more impractical ecosystem for hackers to distribute proceeds from an attack to various exchanges. Why systems must improve. And this is why blockchain or BlockSafe, guys, is very valuable to the entire blockchain ecosystem in 2019 and beyond. In previous years, most crypto-related hacking attacks were suffered by minor exchanges that typically could not afford to have in-house security team and advanced measures in place. However, in the past 6 months, major crypto exchanges such as Binance, Bithumb, and CoinMama have all fallen victim to security breaches, all of which have well over hundreds of thousands of users. Bithumb, which is considered to be one of the 2 biggest crypto exchanges in South Korea alongside Upbit, was hacked in March for the 3rd time in 2 years in what the exchange suspects to be an insider job. Now, the Bithumb team said, according to the company's manual, Bithumb secured all the cryptocurrency from the detection time with a cold wallet and checked them by blocking deposit and withdrawal services. As a result of the internal inspection, it is judged that the incident is an accident involving insiders based on the facts we are conducting intensive investigations with KISA, the cyber police agency and security companies. Last year, cybersecurity company Group IB reported that 7 crypto exchanges were hacked in 2018, with the largest breach suffered by CoinCheck, leading to the loss of a staggering 534 million worth of crypto. Wow, guys. So imagine CoinCheck, right? And I mean, the hacks just keep going and going, guys. Look, it talks right here. Successful attacks on crypto exchanges 2017 to 2018. So obviously you have BitHum 2017, 7 million. YoBit.net 2017, 5.6 million. That one, I can't tell by it doesn't have a name. It's Lazarus, but the group, we know who the group is, 5.3 million. It looks like Ether Delta, 266,000. OKX, looks like 3 million. And then, I mean, there's a ton. Whoever this Lazarus group is, look at that, guys. Lazarus is literally cleaning up with all these exchanges. There's another 5 million. CoinCheck, 534 million. BitGrail, 170 million. BitHum, 32 million. CoinRail, 37 million. Banker, 23 million. Zafe, 60 million. Guys, those are some big old hacks, right? Look at that. The total, 882 million just off of those crypto exchanges. That's nuts, guys. And many of you probably already know people that have been affected by the Cryptopia hack. I mean, remember, I had crypto on that exchange. I had orders that were not fulfilled. And so once that crypto exchange went down, we don't know until the liquidators tell us how we're going to get our crypto back. So everybody knows somebody's been affected by a hack. If you've been in this industry since 2008, 2009, you're gonna find out that people are getting hacked all over the place. Well, when I say people, if you're part of an exchange, right? The exchange gets hacked. A lot of times what they do is they say they're under maintenance, right? And they don't let you withdraw anything. So, you know, it's basically, if you're part of that exchange, you're getting hacked too. So it says less than 6 months in 2019 and already 7 crypto exchanges have been successfully hacked, excluding the CoinBene incident, which some suspect may also be a hacking attack. They have yet to say that they've been hacked, guys, but many people have been complaining that they can't, withdraw crypto from CoinBene. So we'll find out what happens. And then it says, related to this, major crypto exchange in Korea shut down in April. 2018 was a nightmare for most. In March, cryptocurrency researcher Nick Shringard said that the 6 million worth of CoinBene coin and 39 million in Maximine were stolen from the CoinBene exchange. Blockchain infrastructure firm Elementus said in a report that the funds were quickly sold for Ether on Ether Delta, fueling the suspicion of investors about the incident, according to the report. So it says after leaving CoinBene, the tokens were quickly moved into Ether Delta, where they were sold for ETH, Ether tokens, right? A large amount of funds were also moved into centralized exchanges, including Binance, Hubai, and Bittrex. The funds continue to move into exchanges that write this. In April, CoinBene stated that the movement of tens of millions of dollars in CoinBene coin and Maximine coin was due to maintenance the exchange carried out, denying any cyber attacks on the platform, which is a total lie because more than likely they got hacked, right? So just so that we can see a troubling trend, right? And this is why everybody's on this webinar today. The worrying trend in the crypto exchange market is that within the first 6 months of 2019, the industry has seen the same number of hacking attacks as in the whole of the previous year. And the security breaches in 2019 were mainly experienced by large-scale exchanges. In the upcoming months and years, the methods and technologies utilized by hackers will continue to become more sophisticated and advanced. While it is challenging to completely prevent unauthorized access, especially in the case of hot wallets, it is possible for exchanges to have proper insurance and in-house security team and backup reserves equivalent to the amount of crypto held in online storage to prevent users from being affected in the event of a security breach. And this is why, guys, we've been telling the whole world, right? You have to use our CryptoDefender to protect your wallets and your logins, right? You have to use Crypto Exchange or CryptoDefender, because at the end of the day, if you have a centralized exchange, you need to have our technology because we're trying to protect you from being another Binance, another CoinBene, right? So this is why it's very, very valuable for you to be building your team, be reaching out to these exchanges, people that are crypto traders, because at the end of the day, you're going to protect them from getting hacked. Now, the beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen, about what we have in front of us is the capability to be able to offer people peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, when you're able to log into your wallet and not have to worry about people key logging you, right, or trying to click jack you, that is just peace of mind that you can't put a price on. Because if you lose even $100 worth of crypto, that's not a good feeling, right? But imagine the people that are losing 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, $1 million of crypto, and it's all because they don't have the proper, they don't have the proper security in place. How many of you right now are actually trading or have purchased cryptocurrency in the past, guys? Annette, Carol, Frank, Major, Rick, Dean, Andy, any of y'all, Wendy, Sharon, how many of y'all have purchased cryptocurrency in the past, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months? Because what I want to see is I kind of want to see where everybody's at. Because at the end of the day, I've been telling everybody, if you're purchasing cryptocurrency right now, like if you're buying, Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Ripple, or any other kind of, digital token, because a lot of you have BlockSafe tokens also, right? You have BSafe tokens. You have to be using something to protect your logins, right? Because at the end of the day, if you're downloading free apps, guess what's happening? Many times, those free apps have everything from malware to spyware. And it's like Annette, Annette is saying that, yeah, she's bought some crypto in the past. Well, guess what, Annette? This is why the CryptoDefender is very valuable, because at the end of the day, especially if you're not using a cold wallet, right? If you're not using a hardware wallet and you have a hot wallet like my Ether wallet, Trust, Atomic, etc. This is why, guys, it's very important. If you're going to be trading, look, that's what a lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all trade crypto, right? So, and it says Major says I'm very active. So again, Major, the last thing that I want to see people have is hacking incidents, right? Because if you're doing it on, just an example, if you're doing it on a laptop or a mobile device, anytime we download certain softwares, especially anything that's free, so like free apps, many of us have portfolio trackers, stuff like that. And a lot of times companies or hackers will put spyware, malware, and they'll try and take pictures of your private keys. They'll try and click jack you. They'll try to obviously key log you so they know your username and password. And this is why it's very important that we, as the ambassadors for BlockSafe, are using our own products, right? We should be the ones that are leading by example. And so every time we're logging in and we're showing people, we say, hey, look, I'm in cryptocurrency, right? I love Bitcoin, I love Ether, BSafe, you name it, Sia Coin, T-Fuel, whatever your tokens are. But when because people are going to be asking you guys, the thing about word of mouth is very powerful. Many of you are experts in the field of digital currency and blockchain to your friends because they don't even know how it works. So this is why I'm saying you have to lead by the products, right? So what I tell people is, look, it's $5.99 a month to protect 2 devices. So let's say your mobile device and your desktop. Now, if you're married or, you have kids and they also are logging into banks or they're crypto, because like Andy Wall's children are real big into crypto also. So like Andy has like a $9.99 plan a month, I believe, because it protects 5 devices. So guys, protect your families, protect your value. But again, at the end of the day, you can't do that unless you are using a monthly package, which again, for $5.99 and to protect 2 devices, that's nothing compared to some of you that have, a few thousand, a few $100,000 in crypto. And so again, don't become the next story, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't want to, we've had some people already tell us, man, I should have had a CryptoDefender on my phone or my desktop. We had a member the other day that's new to BlockSafe that they hacked her Ether. And so now she's got the CryptoDefender. But this is why we tell people, guys, you should be using that. If you're going to get in the crypto market, or if you have a bank login on your mobile device or anything, anywhere where you have to log in, right, where you have sensitive data, what you got to understand is that you have to protect your value. So that being said, guys, make sure you're telling your people about our products. Make sure you're telling people, obviously, about our STO token sale, because many of you right now that are purchasing tokens, guess what? You're getting a 25% additional bonus. So the beautiful thing about this, guys, is the STO token price right now is 50 cents. You get 25% bonus on top of your packages. Now, any of you that want to purchase BSafe tokens, and if you're having any issues, right, if you have an issue setting up your KYC AML, your wallets, we have a full team, a full support team in our Telegram room that can help you 24/7, guys. On here also, we do have an investor deck and a white paper. So the beauty in that is we do have some people asking if there's some equity because we have some larger investors coming in. So anytime somebody wants to invest a little more, a little bigger package, if you will, that investor deck will explain how they can do that, guys. So before we let you go to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, afternoon, or evening, does anybody have any questions, guys? Because obviously you are doing a phenomenal job building the Telegram room, building the ambassador program. But remember, we have to lead with the products. We have to become users of the product so that we can explain it to people, so we can show people, right, on our mobile devices, on our desktops, on our Macs, everything, guys. So before we let you go to enjoy the rest of your day, don't forget, guys, many of you that are in the bounty program, make sure that you're updating all your information, because many of you are going to be getting BlockSafe tokens, BSafe tokens from that bounty program. If you have any questions, reach out to the bounty managers on Bitcoin Talk. It's very easy to set up a Bitcoin Talk account. It's free. So literally you could do that in about 20 seconds. But if you have any questions, or if you have team members around the world that want, obviously the bounty is for non-Americans or anybody that's an accredited investor in America, could do the bounty program, but it's more for our offshore members that are all over the world except America. Guys, we have a lot of content out. If you look on Twitter, if you look on Instagram, if you look on YouTube, we have a lot of people reviewing BlockSafe. So make sure that you're sharing that content. We have, Russian, German, Chinese, you name it. It's a beautiful thing to see all this content and people putting that information out about BlockSafe. But that being said, if nobody has any questions, guys, thank you very much for your time today. We do appreciate you. We'll be doing a training webinar on Saturday. We're going to talk a little more about, people have been asking how we're posting on social media. And I have a tool called Social Pilots I'm going to show you on Saturday. I'm going to put a link where you can do like a free trial so you can check it out. This thing works phenomenal across all your social media. We recommend it, but I will put a link so that you can test it out. And then Saturday, we're going to do a training on it because many people have been asking about social media, how they can get more posts out in the marketplace as far as Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it. So that being said, guys, we love you all. Thank you very much for being a part of the BlockSafe family around the world. We'll see you again Saturday. I'll send out that link today so people can start getting their teams ready for that training on Saturday. We're going to do a little more training on wallets because people still have a lot of questions about how to set up wallets. And then obviously many people that are buying BSafe token packages, if they have any questions whatsoever, guys, let us know and we will take care of that. Have a beautiful rest of your week, guys. We will see you Saturday. God bless. This webinar is now adjourned. Goodbye.